There are a few doors in tonal music that only open from the inside. Enharmonic modulation, expanded tonality, the so-called Neapolitan. Imagine first enharmonic modulation. Here, the composer does not change the sound, he merely changes the spelling. A single chord is quietly reinterpreted as if it belonged to another world. Take the diminished seventh. The diminished seventh chord, a pile of minor thirds perfectly symmetrical, loyal to no key in particular. In one context, it is the leading tone chord to G minor. Respell a note or two, and without moving a single finger, it becomes the leading tone chord to a B flat minor or an E major or some other distant relation. This is enharmonic modulation, the same sound but a new passport. It is philosophy by accident. Identity, it whispers, is partly a matter of spelling. Next, we have expanded tonality, the roomy old house where the key is still there but the walls have been pushed out. Classical tonality in its strict youth, like clear functions, tonic, dominant, subdominant, cadences that behave themselves. Expanded tonality is what happens when composers keep the gravitational pull of a home key but wander even further from its tidy suburbs. Chromatic chords appear, borrowed harmonies from parallel modes, altered dominance, distant secondary dominance. The score bristles with sharps and flats, yet somehow one still feels the tonic is no longer a prison. It is a center of gravity, and we are allowed along for the elegant walk away from home before returning. And then there is the Neapolitan, that beautifully misnamed aristocrat. Despite the title, it is not a pastry. It is quite soberly a major chord built on the lowered second degree of the scale, usually appearing in first inversion. In C major, that means a D flat major chord over F. Why does it matter? Because this foreign intruder placed before the dominant darkens the progression with an almost operatic pathos. The Neapolitan says, yes, we will go to G, then to C like good citizens, but first we will pass through a region of exquisite, unnecessary sadness.